Welcome back to the limited PQ here at Red Castle Games in Portland, Oregon for a Lawless time. We have completed all of our 6 rounds of Swiss, and then our top 8 players then did a draft. And now they are taking a look at things. I'm Madamezola here from Nightsisters, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Metal Marshmallow from Jank Tech, a popular series on Twin Suns. Popular? Maybe I'm just, tooting my own horn a little bit. I enjoy that people enjoy it. But in any case, I normally do Twin Suns. I've been hanging out here with Madamezola and D-Rod of Unlimited Power, covering this cavalcade of whimsy that has been this limited PQ event, as well as the premier PQ in Bothell, Washington last night. It's been great today. We've seen, I'd like to say a big diversity of leaders, but
but maybe not.
But there's a few leaders that overwhelmingly were represented here, especially when we made it into the top 8. So I think we've got the results here as to who made top 8 and who they're playing.
So the initial breakdown of there were 16 Vel players and 10 Aura Sing players. Those were the 2 most common leaders. And in our top 8, we had 4 Vels, 3 Auras, and 1 Tobias Beckett, who was the showcase that I happened to open in the card prep. So I'm taking credit for that win.
Nice. And also, look, ask any judge. If you open the showcase, you have to play
the
it.
showcase.
Yeah,
100%.
If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight. I don't make the rules here. This is just how it works.
Exactly. Also, I'm just going to circle back and say I would like a T-shirt that says Cavalcade of Whimsy. I wrote this down, Internet. I've written down now on my little scrap piece of paper.
Can it have Zero HUD on a parade float?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So our finalists here, our quarterfinalists here have finished inspecting each other's decks because, of course, this is the top 8. They get to see all the cards that the other person has, both in their main deck and their sideboards. There are no surprises here. It's just skill against skill alone. Ginger Joey puts down his rock while Zach puts down his sword, and they'll attempt to kill each other like civilized people.
All right. And there was our fancy little quarterfinals. So we are in. So I'm actually excited because we have not seen Han Solo. Well, so there were 2 players who built a sealed Han, but I didn't see them today. I don't know if you did or not. So it's interesting to see how this goes.
Exactly. So Han's one we don't see as much. Everybody that's been watching these events today, they know all about Aura Sing. They know her deal. Han Solo is one of those ones I feel like if you showed up to a competitive event, you would have the other person asking for your leader to see the other side. So Han Solo, as an action, you exhaust him, defeat a friendly token to deal the damage to a unit. When he deploys at 5 on attack, he can defeat as many friendly tokens as he wants to do that much damage to a unit. I believe I also haven't played with Han a whole lot. He's also a saboteur, which is nice in this Nightwind Assassin heavy limited meta. So as a reminder, token means any token. It means credit. It means a clone trooper. I'd be surprised to see one of those here.
Yes.
But if you...
Experience.
Yes, exactly. Oh, we got the Gorn drop. Okay, that's cool. So I can see that...
On attack.
On attack, take control of an enemy credit token. That's great for Han. That's... If Aura Sing is generating credits, Han can take them and either spend them or get rid of them to deal a damage to something.
Nice. That's a well-suited deck against Aura. No, that's Vicious Lie. Against Vel.
Yeah.
I bet he was hoping to sit down across from Vel.
Or Boba Fett, honestly, which,
yeah.
I guess that's thematic. Not really as much this era of Han, but, still thematic. I really like this 3/4 saboteur. I didn't see this unit a lot on Aura's side. It is a bounty hunter and an underworld and just a good villainy cost.
And takes out Gorn.
Before Gorn even had a chance to do what he loved most in this world.
And I'm going to go back on the wording on Gorn. Is it you can take any token or you can take a credit token?
Just a credit token.
Okay, so he couldn't steal the experience. It is really only the credits. Okay.
Yes. But, he's still really good. A lot of credits being generated potentially here. Like we've seen people playing backed by the Huts just for general removal in some of the games leading up to this today. So I think it's a solid card to have in there. Obviously, if you look at the other person's deck list, you're going to be like, oh, I might have to sideboard Gorn out in a later game. But you can't do anything about that in your main board game. You just gotta, you dance with the one you brung.
Ezra's out with the splash base.
Yep, no heals.
No heal on the win played.
He is still 4 for a 4/5 with raid 1, which is still good.
Oh,
and that was quick.
Now down to 1 health. Oh, that's rough.
And the Aura Sing. Once you're down to 1 health, you're down to no health. That's just how Aura Sing likes it.
That experience, that haymaker made the difference there. That made the difference.
If Han has any way of defeating that experience on the bounty hunter unit over there, then that would just get rid of it. But who knows if that's possible?
Yeah.
So Han, okay, well that's the other way of doing it. The advantage for Han here, he's got the early deploy. He's a 4/5, which isn't especially amazing, but he is a saboteur. Alexis Farce, yes, let's go. Indeed, we're getting it rolling. We're getting it rolling with the top 8 here. I love the enthusiasm. Thank you so much.
Oh,
it's the Guild Ambush team. This has been a heavy hitter today.
Yes.
And really, I think it's been a major reason for people to run Cunning in their decks, because the Guild Ambush team is, you pay 5, you do 5 damage to a ground unit. Maybe it survives. You do love to attack with the Guild Ambush team right into that stupid Sentinel. So, no complaints there if Han gets a chance to swing with it. Yeah, I think this is the right move with Joey. You don't deploy Han here. You just get rid of that Sentinel. Yeah. And Zach, if you end up watching this video after the fact, we got Moy here showing support in the chat for you. So good luck from chat.
All right, so we're at 6 resources. Aura still cannot come out yet.
Yep. Zach resourcing a Val here, which is definitely a good call. Val will give another unit a shield when she comes into play, but when she's defeated, she gives an opponent's unit a shield,
which is a great way for Han to defeat that token.
Yep. So
and deal the damage.
You always have options with Han, with tokens being into play, which is so interesting. I wonder about Han in Constructed. Obviously, he hasn't made any showings in any of the big bad meta decks. But I feel like if you're playing maybe something informal with some friends, it could be a fun one to mess around with. You can use it with Force. You could use it with any sort of token generation. And maybe this is just something that needs to be brewed in a Twin Suns deck.
I think you need to put him with Mace.
I do like this. Dude, Mace, Force, Han. I could get behind this idea. Okay. So as D-Rod put up here, we've got the Restore 2 3/5 over there on Aura Sing. This is great. Aura wants to push later game generally. She's got the kill a guy when she deploys effect, and she's just going to be able to clean up afterwards. Hopefully Zach's got some late game stuff. They've got a little bit more time in each round because we're going to 75 minutes instead of 55. And that obviously will benefit a more control-oriented mindset. Of course, as it's been pointed out, 30-card decks, you're still not going to play too many events in them. Oh, Han's trust has been betrayed. Yeah, that's right. Han's not dealing any combat damage this phase. Sorry, Han. I love that card. Could still get the token ping if Han had any tokens, but yeah, he's just going to look hurt.
Because he'd still get his on attack with swinging, but.
Ooh, we got a Smuggler's YT blobbity blah. Maybe we don't have a Smuggler's YT blobbity blah. He's rolling it back. Oh, we see Blade Wing in Aura's hand over here. That's, Zach's just waiting. He's like, whatever. You play whatever you want, Joey.
And it's going to come right back real quick.
Yep. And the
All
weak way
right,
pirate, though,
saboteur.
you don't necessarily want to bounce that one. It's not like a high value target.
Oh, yep.
Like, it's cool. Maybe if you can get an experience. Okay, that's absolutely the
Yeah,
blade wing
yeah.
target right there. I hope my voice isn't carrying too much. I'm just like,
Like,
we're
oh, he's
probably
got
okay.
a blah blah in his
Yeah,
hand.
let's just yell about it to the
Yes.
world, maybe. Okay. I think this is neat. There's some other kind of control related things in his hand too here. We've got the speeder that deals damage when it comes into play as long as the unit's exhausted.
I feel like Ginger Joey has a lot of saboteur. I feel
Yes.
like
Oh, yeah, literally
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
like
feel like this is not the first time we've seen some on the board. So we've seen some blue. We've seen a fair amount of sentinels today
Yes.
from Aura. So
Yeah, I think the Sentinels have been clutch. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's gonzo.
yeah.
And honestly, why even waste the blade wing when Aura can just swing into it? And she's got nothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's still sitting on that, so he
Yep.
can bounce back.
And we've got the restore unit here too. So if we're able to, if Aura is able to mop up enough of Han's units here, then Han might just fizzle out.
Yep.
Although still putting damage on base, very important. That's why we came here to play Star Wars Unlimited. Is we ultimately put damage on base. That's what we do.
So I feel like Han would want to be farther ahead than he currently is right now.
Yeah, I feel like any of these 5 deploy leaders,
Yeah.
they're usually not that strong in the later game, but at least Joey can keep swinging through any sentinels.
Yes.
And Zach obviously has to keep that in mind because we've seen these Aura decks earlier. They're running Canto Bite Security. They're running Nightwind Assailants. They're running those stupid droid laser things. Oh my gosh! And another Saboteur.
Yeah, it's almost like he picked these cards when people pass them around to him.
Saboteur.
Nice with some restore. That's real handy.
Yeah, I think the Doorbuster is going to do some good work in this Han Solo deck.
Oh.
4 LOM. Okay, and that means Aura can get an extra swing or 4 LOM. That's a bounty hunter too, isn't it? That's very cool. Yeah, I forget that.
And it can't go to base.
No.
It has to be against another unit.
Yep. But those Vigilant Scouts do have restore too, getting an extra swing on there. That's 4 restore that's happened this phase. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So he took it. He got the restore and took out his Deveronian dude.
Oh, yeah, the Doorbuster.
Yeah.
Okay, now the Smuggler's YT blah, blah, blah coming out.
That has a wind plate?
It has a wind plate. You can pay extra to give it an experience, I think. Oh, no, to buff it for the phase. It's not ambushing into anything. So, may as well save the money. That's how that works, right? But yeah, the blade wing will. Well, here's the thing though: if the blade wing bounces it, it can just ambush. It can just ambush back in.
But still, that's going to take 5 resources to do.
Yeah.
So, and you're not going to get the swing.
Yep.
But with already 18 on base, that doesn't feel good to not get some swings.
I think it feels good to remove that restore unit though. That's like restoring 6. The thing has done a lot of work here. With the amount of restore we've seen, I'm glad these are timed matches, just to be on the safe side. You want the players to do well, but you're also like, come on.
And we haven't seen Han's ability go off at all.
No, that's been my experience every time Han comes up in a draft because I've drafted this set a good amount at my friendly local game store, and Han's not a leader that people usually get super excited about. And I think that's kind of been reflected with the amount of people that picked him in the sealed portion of the day. You see Joey scooping here. He's like, I'm ready for game 2. I'm ready to see what my sideboard can give to me now that I know what I'm dealing with more.
Yeah. And just judge question, is this sideboard the same as it was in sealed that you could literally just bring a new deck to the table?
Yeah, I think you can bring in as much as you
Everything
want.
you pulled was your sideboard, so you could do whatever you want.
Yep, you just have to reset back to your main deck that you indicated in the main
Yes.
deck portion of your sheet. That's not the thing. Okay, I was just looking at some paper to refer to it. I saw a bunch of words on the back. I'm like, this could be anything. I find it very interesting how regimented all of this is. I was kind of wondering how these limited events were going to work before I actually saw one in practice.
Oh, it's happening.
Yo, look at that.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
that's very
that's
cool.
the best decision you could have made right there.
He's
My
playing.
girl's coming in.
He's playing to the crowd here.
No, good call. Good call.
Well, this goes right back. We were talking about this earlier, how one of the ways you can do this is you can just switch out the leader and base. You've still got pretty much the same deck here.
And he has Saboteur, easier for him to splash more in.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully,
And
hopefully
he
Hera
never
will make it
used Han's
happen.
ability anyway.
Nope.
Hera's going to have some restore when she comes out. This is it, internet. This is happening.
And I think Hera might have a better chance here too.
Yeah,
her
actually, I
having
do too.
her having
Yeah.
the restore is going to help a little bit. Of course, we're going to have that Spectre synergy if he happens to have
Yes.
any more than just
Yeah, more
Ezra
than
in
just
there.
Ezra. And it just gives him room to go into his stack of cards and pull out some of his favorites that maybe he couldn't put into Han. Because with only one splash, you could just get one thing to put in, and now you can just put them all in.
Mhm. And it looks like we've actually got some of that
Yep.
right there resting. Wait, did he just resource that? I'm not sure if he just
Yeah, I
resourced
don't
that
know
Sabine
what-
that
yeah.
was in his hand, but that would have been actually a pretty good play.
Oh, there's no way he did. No, that can't be true.
Well, he would know better than us if there's any
That's-
upgrades that
yes,
need to
that
be
is valid.
defeated
Yes,
in
okay.
in
Oh,
Aura
and
Singh's
Bell
deck.
comes out.
And Aura Singh, it's blue. You can run Mastery in there. That's obviously a really good target for Sabine. Just get rid of that upgrade.
And even we did see her put some experience on. So even if all
Right,
you do is
yeah.
just defeat an experience token,
But sometimes it makes the difference just having
as
one.
I'd like to say, that's not nothing.
It's not
It's not
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. When an experience comes off of your opponent's stuff, you'll love to see it.
And you still get to ping a damage. Oh, wait, no. Now I'm all confused. At any rate. All right. There, we got damage on the board.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
one
that
dead weekly pirate.
Yeah, that brings that within range of Aura. There we go.
Yeah, nice. The Falcon, so good. I love this Falcon so much. The flexibility that this particular unit gets you on attack. I believe you can buff a space unit and debuff a ground unit. Am I remembering? Oh, it's
Nope.
you debuff a space
Debuff
unit and buff a
space.
ground unit. Well, that's great because Joey's leader happens to be a ground unit. Also, it's a heroism unit with a fairly sizable tush, so it's going to hopefully stay around long enough to get a second
To get
heroism
some-
unit
Yep.
and just start using Hera's ability. Yeah.
Oh, but there's nobody to buff.
Nobody to buff,
Ugh.
nobody to debuff. I guess if he really wanted, he could make the Falcon weaker and Vel stronger, but probably not. Oh, Rebel
another
Blockade Runner,
Saboteur.
it's back. So now, if the Falcon swings first, the Blockade Runner is going to swing for 6. That's going to be pretty good on Joey's side, especially because he's uncontested in space right now.
No, it can't. You can only buff a ground unit.
Oh, my mistake. Yes.
But that would be super sweet.
Yes.
But he can. Oh no, we're only at 4 resources. So next time, though,
Next time, yes. Hera
Hera's
can
gonna
come
be
out.
He can buff Hera.
He has 2 heroism units, so
Yep.
the world is
Play
his
what-
oyster at this point.
100%.
Yes. So if he still has that Sabine, he could ambush it into Val, get a shield on one of his units from her death trigger.
Yep. And I didn't see last game. I didn't see Aura Singh. I didn't see any space units from Zach. Did he go into space at all? I think we really only saw it from Ginger Joey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Aura
so.
was
Yeah.
deployed and then took out his space, but I think that was the only way.
Yeah, we saw him holding the blade wing, but it never really made an impact.
Yes. Oh, no, not the blade wing. Okay.
Okay,
Comes
we
in
got
shielded.
yeah,
okay.
we got the hyper the hyperfoil ship over here. Thank you, D-Rod. The hyperfoil Black Sun Patroller.
Nice.
Of course, the Saboteur could make short work of it, or the Falcon could just debuff it on attack and just say, whatever, I don't care. You know, like, you swing your 0-2 into me. And what are you going to do about it?
But yeah, do you do that first, or do you wait till you get something on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get something splashed in now while you have 2 units?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
All right,
Harrison
Dula.
First. All right, we're 4-4. She's going to have some restore.
I gotta say, I like this Hera art more than the original one. Like, I know that you've been staring at the original one for a long time now.
I have for a long time. Yes,
but I like the composition of this one a little bit
this
more.
is a good Millennium Falcon swing. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love this.
Yeah,
We buff Hera.
we buff Hera. We debuff
Basically
the Black Sun.
That's can do nothing to us now.
Yeah, now Hera's got like real stats.
I
This is
know,
like
right?
Ahsoka level stats here.
You bite your tongue.
Well, Ahsoka is always a 5/6.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think the new Twin Suns one is, but the other ones are.
Snips?
Snips is
Snips
a
Ahsoka
5/6 when
5/6?
coordinates on.
There you go. Okay.
She's still a little Ahsoka. She's got to grow
Yes.
into it. Her friends support her. She's a 5/6.
All right. Okay. So.
Yeah, this
that
is
space that feels because
That's a mess right there
really
for Aura to
is.
deal
Yeah.
with. Sorry, Zach. That's just
and those are actually decent butts that without direct removal, which blue could have still, they're going to be hard to debuff and they're going to be hard to take out.
yeah. Zach,
Especially if that Falcon can keep.
yeah, to keep going first
Yep.
and taking care of space and making Hera better.
And then with a space saboteur, like, this is. I mean, I'm not biased or anything. Internet, like I don't, I don't horse this race with the Hera player. I mean, I totally do, but
Also, if Joey's able to get something like a ghost out next round,
oh my gosh,
and that's just going to further. He did keep the Sabine. That's a great move.
Yes.
So Sabine coming out with no aspect penalties.
defeat the shield.
You can defeat the shield on the Black Sun.
Is he gonna?
I mean, you may as well. It's like there's nothing else to defeat.
Oh, I don't think he's doing it. It's
Interesting.
a you may.
Okay,
So
okay.
So he got the shield.
He still
from
gets to get the
Vel.
shield from Vel, and because
Oh, wait, maybe
Zach
he's
puts
reading
it
here.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
But Zach is the one that gets to decide where the
Oh.
shield goes.
Now, interesting because I maybe would have. I mean, obviously he doesn't want that ship to swing, but the Falcon feels like a problem.
Mm-hmm. But the Falcon also is contingent on proper sequencing with the turn. So if Aura can disrupt that, then that's hopefully going to make the Falcon less effective.
Well, except for now, Joey has initiative,
Yeah.
so he's probably gonna. And again, because man, trying to do the math of keeping 2 on the board. If you're sitting with splash in your hand and he has not used his splash base though. So he actually still has some flexibility if something gets taken out.
And doesn't Hera count for the aspect thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got to get the Falcon
goes
swing
first. Yep.
And here's the thing too:
Nice.
as long as Joey doesn't make the Falcon any bigger, Orsing is going to be able to take care of it when she deploys. I mean, Orsing is probably going to get rid of the 4/5 Saboteur when she deploys, but like there's options.
We'll see if he brings that back out now that she's got a little bit up in space. Oh, running into Hera. Five to base. There we go. 18.
Yeah.
18-6. Yep.
Joey's
This is
managed to get a
definitely-
yeah.
this
I think
is-
this is working better than the
yeah.
Han deck. I think this
Yeah.
was the right
He
call.
should have just done the right thing from the beginning.
Wow.
Duh. If he had asked me, obviously. Oop. Oh.
That's
Ah,
why
there
we
goes
have the
my girl.
damage.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry, Hera.
Well,
you know,
she got a couple of restores.
Mhm.
She got to swing twice with a buff.
Yep. Of course, this makes Falcon much less valuable now that there's no
Yes.
ground unit. So this is probably,
There we go.
yep.
The KG. I'm assuming it's KG.
I always
don't know
pronounce
what
it
this-
Kage because the guy looks kind of like a samurai, but I have no idea.
I do not know.
I would love
either.
somebody to correct me on that because this is
But surprise, it is a saboteur.
it is
if
a
you
saboteur.
were worried, Fee, that he was going to play something that was not a saboteur.
Oh, poor Hera. Yeah, so
Oh.
sorry she died.
All right. So, Blade Wing. Yeah. Well, okay. So he can get some damage on, but his other ship is debuffed.
Mm-hmm. So that's he sort of has a little bit of time.
Yep.
But like he still wants to have the initiative too to get the most out of the
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah.
So that's hard. I mean, getting the Wookiee out is great. But,
Yeah.
this just means
Yeah.
dead
There goes
Falcons,
that
what this
Falcon.
means.
Yep. Which is still will take out. Well, unless he kills with the Falcon, then he did. No, they're both going to die.
Yeah, the Falcon will trade
whichever.
with
Yes,
with either.
yeah.
And he's already gotten the value out of the
Yes.
Blade Wing.
And I don't think in this set there's any bounce back to your own hand. No, there is a when played.
The Mylodon Raider will let you bounce a friendly
your
unit.
own thing back. Yes.
Which it's quite possible that Joey has that. It's quite possible that either of them has that. And bouncing the Blade Wing back would feel pretty good.
Yeah. Joey now has 2 heroism units.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't anyone right now that Aura can snipe with the only 1 health remaining.
Yes, although Aura's deploy can definitely get rid of any of
Oh.
those units. But yeah,
Yep,
Blade
goes
Wing
the
into
Falcon.
Falcon. And now we're back down to just 1 heroism unit.
I feel like I don't know where Joey was sitting on the table. It was interesting when I was watching the draft. I feel like there was this weird layout of some people with only villainy, some people with only heroism, some people there was
Dude, that's huge. Oh, okay. So Luke here, it is the thumbnail. Luke's been kind of hosting this event all day long. So Luke, I think, was a legendary that a lot of people got excited about. I mean, I got excited about him when he was spoiled, but in practice, he hasn't gotten a whole lot of play in Premiere. But here,
this is lethal.
this is
He
just
either
so gross.
right. Yes. No. They have to deal 5 damage to a unit. If he readies him, that literally is game.
Yeah. So that's okay. Then it's like your only unit is gone. So he's taking on a 2/2. It's not like the most impactful, but I mean, I guess you're paying 7 to get a Chonkus unit and to clear the opponent's
Yep.
board.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there we go. Okay.
So
he
if you're
still has 3/6 damage,
Yep.
but Aura has all of her resources and can deploy.
yeah. So what do you do here? You've got 2 units on Joey's side that each have raid 2, so they're kind of both equally targetable. Although I'd say if I flipped Aura, I'd be hard pressed to pick. So the elite dude is a saboteur,
Yeah.
but the Wookiee is heroism that turns on Hera's ability. And the reason that Joey was able to play wait a second. No, 7. No, wait. Did he use his epic action to play Luke?
That's valid because he did not have. What did he have? Any other? Was the Falcon out?
I don't think he had enough heroism units. I guess he could have played it with his epic action.
Interesting. Yes, that's. And they've scooped.
Yeah.
And so yes, I mean he did still have his epic action, so he
Yeah.
could have done that. He didn't have enough.
Oh, right. Yes. Thank you so much. You can tell how much I play Hera. Yeah, it's 2 or more units. We've been screwing it up the whole time, Madamezola.
Any units, then you can ignore aspect penalty on heroism.
Yes.
There we go.
I'd like to
Okay.
point out for the record, I'm not the Harrison Dula player in the room.
Yeah, it's so also somebody has been really practicing with her big girl deck instead of practicing with her jankery decks this past release. So I have not spent as much time with this Harrison Dula as you might think I would.
And I've just been working with Afra.
Yep.
My sweet Afra. Her day's gonna come.
Her day will
Her day's gonna
we
come
know,
so
we
soon.
know it's coming. Although I think in the leader pool, so in the local SWU PDX Discord, we run a leader pool where you put in your guesses for the next set. And I believe I picked Afra, that I think she's going to get a new leader.
I hope so. She deserves a new
She
leader.
does. She was on my list as one that I thought her time has come.
I would like to say that I submitted my guesses for the leader pool. I was a little disheartened after the last one where I had literally 0, and I did so bad guessing that they gave me a pity pack.
Yeah. A sponsored pity pack. That's the best part too.
I do love the sponsored pity pack.
Sponsors a pity pack.
Madamezola, looks like the chat's asking you about a chopper that you may have acquired from them.
Oh, so that chopper, has done some heavy lifting. And actually, the best luck that I had with that one was actually at the Eternal match. Like, he did so good. So, yeah. Plus, he's real pretty. Thanks, Tyson.
You were kicking,
real pretty.
You were kicking butts at Eternals. I thought, like, there was only one other Hera player there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Phantom.
Ooh, Prestige Phantom.
Speaking of some specters. Yeah, I actually, after that Eternal PQ, I always wish adulting didn't get in the way of my gaming, because then I think if I really put some time in. So I think, and a
that
Callus
hurts.
card
That
comes
hurts.
out. Yes. Oh, what do you take?
Yep. Well, they're making their decision. Yeah, Brandon, I think thematically that's on point. It seems like an FFG thing that they would want to do. They'd be like, yeah, fine. Archaeologist, Eternal build only. It makes sense. You just get all the old dusty cards, Afra. But I agree. One Afra, yes. Second Afra. How many Bobas and Hans do we have? Come on. We can't get one more Afra up in this piece.
I agree.
Anyway, so Falcon was the card picked for removal. They're absolutely the right decision.
Definitely. That did some heavy lifting last time. And then Val is out. Yeah. The vowels.
I'm just, that's why I was calling them both vowel for a while in one of those rounds. And, like I enjoyed it. I'll laugh at my own jokes after the stream.
All right. So he can splash something in here. He has initiative.
Neil from Skeleton Crew is the real sleeper pick for next set leaders.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the Nightsisters Discord would 100% agree with you. Neil has gotten so much love on that Discord recently. I think one of the Nightsisters actually ordered some custom Neil playmats where Neil was photoshopped into different Star Wars scenes.
Yes, yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've found some Neil art. I was contemplating trying to make a Neil t-shirt too. So we'll see how that goes. So back to the game at hand. I think they're still playing Star Wars Unlimited here while we're talking about Neil.
All right, 4 ready resources. Hera can splash in anything she wants. I mean, that costs 4 or less.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, we've got a hyper foil of this, which we have said over and over again. If a hyperspace hits 50% harder, a hyperfoil hits 75% harder.
What is the prestige rate? Do we know?
I think your opponent just has to fold at that point.
Like, it's just a scoop situation. All right, Leppy using splash base to get out Leppy. Or wait, no, paid 4.
Yep.
No, splash base. Because we played 2 costs above, so it would have had been splash base to get her out. Yep. All right, Leppy, look out. Shielded and overwhelm.
Yep, and Joey with the Rebel Blockade Runner, though. Like, these Saboteurs are great. Yeah, a great counter to all the shields we've seen.
This was really, I mean, he clearly had a plan, which is why I'm not in the top 8 drafting, because I don't have a plan, but.
Yeah, I agree. This is not the start that Aura wants. At least Zach was able to get the Millennium Falcon out of Joey's hand to prevent that kind of buffing Hera hijinks we saw in the last round. But this is not really what you want. And there's going to be enough Saboteurs to negate all these shields. Oh, another hold for questioning. That was pretty good.
That was good. And and it's the damage wise on the Wookiee Gorilla down there, like, is not enough yet for Aura to ping off.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we still can overwhelm with the Leppy lookout and get rid of it.
And stay alive because she's shielded.
he's going for
Yeah.
it. He's got his hand on the card, just like, oh, should I do it? But, you know, that unit's not going anywhere.
Right. It's already swung.
Yeah,
Do something else.
exactly.
Oh,
Let's
that.
hold that for questioning. What a great
Yeah.
card. I think like we've saw people wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the rose. There was a rose in there. I think that
Oh.
was 100% the right call there. Rose coming out now, actually, if he would have been able to keep the rose in his hand, because we've got the Wookiee gorilla.
and
That's a
she would have
non-unique
come in
right
ready.
there. Yeah.
5-5. That would have been. Yeah.
Rose is
that's
so good. But we'll kick the can down the road. You know, we know Luke is possibly coming later. And as we've ascertained, if Hera's got the requisite number of units, then we don't have to worry about aspect penalty in the Hera side.
Yeah. Just go to base.
Yeah,
At
so
this point,
you push
you gotta
damage,
make yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Your opponent
Or
knows
needs
you've
to-
got
yes.
a big late game unit,
Yep.
which importantly enough is immune to aura, just straight up killing when she deploys. Yeah, exactly. Who handed this guy Rose and Luke?
It was on either side of him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on
Exchanging
there.
shields. Yep.
Yeah, that's space
There
is
we
looking
go.
pretty scary here.
And Hera could come out.
Mm-hmm. Question is, are we going to clean up the Leppy lookout with Hera, or just go to base more?
Yeah, I think
go to base
just
to
go
get the
base,
restore.
heal one.
Yeah, because
Again.
like that's
Yeah.
still it's the tempo is in
Yep. Or
Joey's
is the
favor
sniper?
here.
She can do the cleanup.
Yeah.
That's her job. But you did use a fancy word like tempo, so
Yeah, right.
that's
Am
good.
I meta
Yeah.
yet? Is this
Yeah.
meta? When you think
See-
about it, I was talking to one of our players on stream earlier, Quattro, after his match,
Yes.
and he was saying unfavorable things about Hera's stat line. I didn't want to say this earlier. I'm sorry, Madamezola. And he was saying that she's a 3/6 that comes out on 5. But when you think about it, a 3/6 with restore 1 is kind of like a 4/6, because it's like a -1 on your opponent's ability to deal damage. So in a way, it's kind of like an extra damage being taken from one side and put on the other, sort of. I don't know. I'm stretching here. I'm trying to justify the stat line too.
I also just think that
From a certain point of view.
knowing- I also just think that knowing she's a body ready to you on 5, that you probably have somebody else on board. So if she's your second, then that helps you sprinkle something out there that you might not be able to otherwise get.
Yes. We just got a little Space Sentinel sprinkled up there on Aura's
Yeah,
side.
we at least have one saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
A 5/6, dang.
Mm-hmm. I've been messing around with that unit in a Piet blue deck. I honestly might take it out or have it as a sideboard option, because it is a capital ship, so you can get it out at a discount, which feels good. But I don't know. I think pushing late game is maybe what I'm going to be doing with Piet.
Now, interesting that Zach took Leppy to base. I feel like, I mean, obviously that's not going to take Hera out, but
Yeah, and he knows he's got the Rebel blockade runner up there, still able to punch through the Sentinel. So he's going to deploy.
Ooh.
He's going to deploy Orasing, probably get rid of the Rebel blockade runner. But we've still got to deal with this other stuff. I mean, we still need to put damage on base.
Yeah.
And if all that Zach does is just concentrate on removing Joey's units, then he's still not putting damage on base.
yeah. All right. We haven't seen any credit generation.
No
from
credit.
Aura,
Yeah.
but still a 4/4 for 3 doesn't seem terrible.
Yeah. This is what people talk about when they're like, ooh, power creep, blah, 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 blah. Because Lieutenant Gorn is a rare with a set specific ability, but still a 4/4. It's like, well, General Grievous in Twilight of the Republic was a 4/4 for 3. That was a legendary with an ability that he literally never used.
Yep, took out the saboteur there.
Yep.
and
And
there it
it's Luke
is. There's Luke.
Skywalker. There he is.
Yeah, this is where, I mean, clearly I'm not in the top 8, y'all. So this is just me quarterbacking, armchair quarterback. For heroes only. That's because because all the villainy units were already overstated. I'm just going to say that as somebody who only plays heroism. That's the power creep for heroes only. Yeah.
I'll remember this
Yeah.
the next time I play a villainy deck
Yeah,
against
no,
you.
exactly. But this is interesting that he took out Rose, which probably was the right call, but I think I'd have seen Luke and been spooked. Oh, Luke just got blade winged.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the thing about Luke is that Zach can kind of plan a few turns ahead for that. He's like, I know you have this in your hand. You're going to want to save it because that's a huge
Sit
bomb
on the
card.
blade wing.
And now I can strategize around what do
Oh.
I keep.
But look, Goran got to do a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy for him.
Right. It's just like, bless his heart. He's trying.
He got to do it. Oh, and it's steel, not just, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with John Morris over here. This deck is real good. I think Hera was definitely the keys to the car over here. Like Han was just like, it's sputtering, I can't get it in gear, and Hera's like, vroom, vroom. Yeah, it's good stuff.
23, yeah. Aura's got he can kill Hera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mylodon Rider in hand also takes care of Gorn, and the Sentinel pretty much mucks up space here. But he doesn't have enough resources for the Mylodon right now, and Gorn has lethal.
Gonna take out the Sentinel.
Woof.
Loses both of his space,
but
then it can't swing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he claimed even before he swung. I think he needed the initiative.
Well, if he takes out Gorn, he's gonna have one health left. But we still have Luke. Luke is still here. Luke is still a problem. I just figured out that the Luke got the credit there, which Gorn was able to steal. That's fun. That's fun stuff.
Because they worked together. They were on the same. They were on the same team.
Okay,
he was at Aldani.
Luke was okay.
Yeah, he was there. He was there. All right, there, our famous Mylodon, is that how we're saying it? Mylodon rider?
I think as long as you say it with feeling and vibes, I think it'll be fine.
Rider. I'm going to go with that. I actually really do love that card.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the art.
I'd like it like on a big Lisa franked binder.
He just bounced back his blade wing.
Ooh, okay, that's good. That's a good move.
Yeah, that's a double good move. All right, but oh my gosh, that's 26. Now she's gone. All right. So Ginger Joey's starting with a clean board, but literally one hit away.
Yep. And it's also leaving Zach with some choices to make. And there's no way. That's a Saboteur right there and a big Chonkus Ambusher. So
or Singh could take one, but he can't deal with both those things at the same time.
Yeah, all these Saboteurs are just gonna be
This is he picked some good cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think next time he maybe just has to scoop first game and then switch back to Hera. That's unfortunate.
Just move right over.
Yep.
I might never let him live this down. I might from now on, every time I see him.
Should be like, why aren't you playing Hera now? Yeah, that was cool with the Mylodon Raider.
Bouncing that blade wing
back.
No, that was really good. That's a nice combo.
I don't think there's not enough
do.
actions to make this work. Mm-mm. Yeah.
No, and even a Sentinel won't matter.
Nope, because of the Saboteur.
Unless there's isn't there the red card that deals damage? Nope, that's a different one. We got that one confused. There's one that deals damage to base and All right, looks like he's weighing his life choices, maybe.
Ooh. I You have to take every chance you get to consider things at this
there it
point.
goes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
there it
He's like,
is.
what do we got in
Yes.
here? We got a sentinel. We got, yeah, we got
Blade
another
Wing could have
sentinel.
bounced
We got
one, it
blade
wouldn't have
wing.
mattered. Even
Yeah.
yeah, there was nothing
Yeah. Yeah.
with those saboteurs we're going to go through.
If he had 2 actions, it would be enough.
Yeah.
But I think Joey just having the Luke back in his hand still is
Mhm.
like in a situation where he's got a bomb. And also
Yep.
he's 25
Yep.
health
Yeah.
ahead. So wow. Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that was good.
Like the comeback after getting after taking the loss with the Han, switching to Hera, absolutely the right decision.
Oh, look at this. Look at this genius, John Morris 4295, who agrees that Hera excels in this format, in draft in particular. Well, I think in every format, but yes. See? What? I'd place her as one of the top leaders. Shy, you would, because you're a smart dude, John. Only the best here in our stream today.
Yeah, right? Like I think it's a good tactic of being nice to the people that are hanging out in chat.
Valid. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you y'all for commenting so much. Yeah, this was an exciting game. I'm
This
glad that
was
y'all were
good.
here to
Yeah.
share this one with us.
I love that we got to see the leader swap out.
Yeah, the
that
leader
was
swap
that was
was
actually
cool.
kind of a cool move. And maybe he just did it to look cool. Maybe it was for the cool factor.
The showmanship.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Play
this
Han.
guy.
Oh, I just have Han. Don't mind me.
Just like, brushing his hair back. Oh,
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
what's
bummer.
this? Oh,
Yeah.
shakes out his shirt sleeve. Oh,
Yeah,
is there Hera in here? Yeah.
Yeah. Those were good games. These were great games. We are at, I should tell you where we're at, by the way. We're at Red Castle Games in Portland, Oregon. This was the quarterfinals for the sealed PQ. So obviously these last few rounds are draft after we finished the sealed Swiss rounds. And we are moving on to semifinals from here. So Han/Hera. And I don't know if we know yet for the other matches how those are going. Nope. Well, it'll be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so we
all
should
right.
know soon.
All right. So we have one more game to finish up, and then we'll know our semifinals. That's
Beautiful.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm
This is
pretty excited
exciting.
for that. So I think, are we ready to take a little break
I
and,
think
and see what the
so.
next game brings us in a few minutes? Great. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. I've been Metal Marshmallow, joined by
Madamezola.
and we'll be right back once the next game starts. Yeah, thank you so much, Alexis Farts. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Unlimited Power's collaborative stream of the Portland, Oregon, Swoo City Planetary Qualifier. We are in the finals here, and we're getting excited. We're in the semifinals, and I'm joined by Janktech's own Metal Marshmallow. How are you doing?
Hello, as it's been stated, I am Metal Marshmallow. And D-Rod, is there a door open or something here? No, wait. I think it's just feeling a little drafty right now. Hey, yo, I've been waiting for an hour to use that joke.
Oh my
In any
gosh.
case, I'm doing great. We've seen some cool play here. It's been nice to mix it up with some different leaders that we saw in the Bothell PQ yesterday. So instead of seeing nothing but Landos and Boba Fett's, here we're seeing we saw a lot of Vels earlier in the day, and now we're getting to see a match, Chewie versus Han. Wait, is this even allowed?
I mean, if you watch the Solo movie, yes, this that happened at least, and it's young Chewie versus young Han Solo.
Oh, right.
So
This is while they're in the mud pit together.
yeah,
Although more realistically, this is before Ginger Joey swaps out Han for Hera because wow, that last round, very cool to watch when he did do that. That deck was just like boom, 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 boom.
yeah, that was one of those things. If you missed it, the first match, as we add a little bit more lighting here. If you missed the first match, we were watching Ginger Joey from the Holotable Games Network, and he starts off with Han Solo, and then in game 2, he switched off to Hera Syndulla, and he lost the first game with Han, switched to Hera, and then won game 2 and game 3.
Yeah, those were some decisive games, especially that last one. I think he had a 25 health advantage by the time he sealed the deal there.
Totally, yeah. Like it was just such a big difference in health by the second game. So I'm excited to watch this here. So it is going to be, well, I guess before we even do that, let's just get started here. As these players are ready, they've looked at their each other's list. And here we go. So yes, semifinals again here at Red Castle Games in Portland, Oregon, aka Swoo City. It's me, D-Rod from Unlimited Power, Metal Marshmallow from Jank Tech, and we are off with Carson versus Ginger Zoe. I still left that as Zach, but this is actually Carson Caruso, who we've had on the in a lot of the top 8s in previous planetary qualifiers we've covered.
Yep, I'd love to see Chewy come up in here because we've had a shortage of Chewy plays, and we can see already actually Carson using the epic action turn 1 to play this Toydarian technician.
So good. It's definitely one of my favorite cards. Hits for 3 with that raid 1 ability, heals. I love it, but Joey's going to the other lane with that Phantom, and another great card.
Yep. Although you don't feel too bad about not having the initiative if there's a Phantom that you're dealing with because you get the restore with the technician here. So you only take 1 to base. It's fine. And then, of course, getting the Bith Brute Sentinel Saboteur out, also great. We saw with Joey's last game how great those Saboteurs are with all of the Sentinels that people are playing. Oh, and Lieutenant Gorn. Lieutenant Gorn against Chewie. That's messed up, Joey. Like, why are you doing that to your Wookiee friend?
Are Lieutenant Gorn and Chewbacca friends?
I don't think Lieutenant Gorn is going to be friends with Carson anytime soon with taking all those credits.
That's fair. That's fair. But but this is just exciting. 2 great players. Joey from Holotable Games Network, has done really well a lot of local events, runs a great channel, explores a lot of amazing deck ideas. And Carson, who's just been a really strong competitive player for the past year. Watching him at so many events, saw him yesterday at the Seattle PQ out in Zulu's games, and he did really well. Was very close to the top 8, but again, this isn't the first time we've seen him in the semifinals here at Red Castle Games.
I'm excited to see him piloting Chewie. I haven't gotten to see a whole lot of games with this Chewie leader. I've played him myself a little bit, but my brews always tend to be a bit janky, so I'm excited to see a good player using a leader that I really like.
Yeah, well,
Sabine ambushed into there. Wow.
Yeah, Sabine is great. What do you like about this Chewbacca leader?
I mean, like anybody that has listened to me for any amount of time knows that I am prone to making the Chewbacca roaring noise frequently. So it's like just feels good just being around this giant Wookiee, but I like his aggressive play style as well. It was one where I was having a real hard time figuring out his patterns exactly when I first started playing this game. Then it's like, oh, okay, on your 4 resource turn, you just pay all your resources and you get Chewie out. And then he just hits for 5. And you're like, oh, okay, he's gonna seal this game pretty early if Joey doesn't do anything about it.
I mean, that's what we're seeing right now. Chewbacca's out. Joey's at 15. Carson's at 2.
Yep.
We know Joey has a whole other deck from what we saw in the quarter rounds that he will switch to leaders. He doesn't change his deck a whole lot because it was draft and not necessarily sealed. So he has a strong enough pool though. So losing game 1, I wouldn't say is part of Joey's plan, but it's definitely one of those things he could come back from.
Exactly. What happened to Gorn here? Gorn was here and now he's not.
I believe Gorn was defeated by something that was 1 cost. Something I missed?
Well, Chewie getting Gorn out of there is going to be very good regardless, because Chewie really likes making those credits and defeating resources in order to do damage to things, as we can see Carson's doing it here. I think to get rid of the Phantom, although no, he's deciding, okay, we're doing it to Han instead.
The Toydarian swung in.
Okay, no, that's a good use of the Toydarian. I think Chewie getting the credits. No. Wookiee on Wookiee violence, really? Oh man.
They're supposed to free each other.
I know.
from
This
oppression.
is like watching the specters fighting each other from Madamezola. But you know, I'm gonna vote for Chewie. I actually am even wearing a Chewie ring right now. I just love him so much, the Dickens. And Chewie's definitely been bringing the heat here. We got 20 on Joey's base already. We got a saboteur ready to do some more damage too if it doesn't get eaten up by Joey's units.
Yeah, I really like Carson's aggressive deck here. So, you know, playing the Imperial Recruit, a Bith Brute, like he's fine at these 4 resources. The pressure's obviously there. There's enough units. And if you don't get a Sentinel out, you know, they're going to go right through you.
Mm-hmm. And so here, did Chewie already claim? Oh yeah, because Joey
still has the initiative.
Joey has the initiative. He's making his resource decisions. So, like Chewie's got lethal here if Joey doesn't do anything about it, and Joey has to swing into the Bith Brute.
Yeah, this is a decisive turn.
Yep.
I think what we're probably going to see is what we saw in the quarterfinals, where Joey loses. Yep, there we go.
Oh, that card is so good with Chewie. Yeah,
Commence the festivities.
Yeah, if you're playing Chewie and you, if you're contemplating Chewie and you're drafting and get a commence the festivities passed to you, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm doing Chewie.
Yeah,
like when you're defeating resources to get credits, you will have less resources than the other person. This card will fire, and it's gonna be good eats. Like we saw again with Joey's last match, how powerful those saboteurs were in making sure that Sentinels couldn't do anything here. And we saw a lot of games earlier, especially against all these blue decks of Sentinel after Sentinel after Sentinel. And in late game, they're through with all that. You know, Sentinels are like the earlier part of the day. They're over it. We're just all saboteurs all the time.
Yeah, Joey does have a strong amount of saboteurs. And here we go. A base change.
Yep.
A leader change.
Yeah, sideboarding in Hera here.
Yeah, so now we are command yellow. And this is going to be fun. I'm excited to kind of see what happens now. I feel like this is where the match is going to really pick up.
Yes.
Hopefully I didn't jinx anything. But I think, again, this where I think it's going to be really exciting, similar to what we saw in the quarterfinal match.
Yep. Mander the half elf in chat saying, how did he switch decks? So the way that sideboarding works here is you can also sideboard in a different leader if you want to. And he has to play with Han as his first choice, because that's what Joey picked as his main deck when he did his draft list and submitted it to the judges. But Hera was one of his other leader picks during the draft, and so he can sideboard that in.
Yeah, correct. In a limited competition like this, you always have to play what you submit. So if you don't like what you got in your sealed pool or your draft pool, you can switch it up in game 2 completely. As long as you're pulling cards from your actual pool. You can't just say like, I'm switching to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Different Wookiee.
Yep.
Liberated this time.
It tears me up inside, D-Rod, to see these Wookiees at odds with each other.
Hey, that's what the Empire does.
Right. And it makes me feel bad for playing Empire-related decks so much of the time. I'm just like, I'm only in it for the Star Destroyers and not for the evil bits.
What? You're not a fan of oppression, tyranny, slavery?
No, I don't want those things. I just, like, can't the good guys get cool-looking triangular ships? They just get those dumb, lumpy Mon Calamari cruisers.
That's true.
X-Wings are cool-looking. Okay, like, nobody's going to say an X-Wing is dumb. I'm certainly not.
I guess I won't.
Okay, please
hey,
don't.
More Wookiees.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Wookiee tribal deck over here from Ginger Joey.
Like this deck right here, we bring in that old card from Shadows of the Galaxy, let the Wookiee win, and it does some serious work.
That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah,
so
right?
great right now.
I would love that. Just like slip one pack of shadows into the draft. So we're on a bit of a timer here for Joey. Joey knows Chewbacca is likely going to get deployed.
Yeah, this turn.
Yep. And then Chewie's just going to start wrecking house like Chewie does. You don't like Wookiees when they lose, D-Rod. They're probably strong enough to rip the arms off a Gundark, much like Luke Skywalker.
You know, maybe they could do that. I would like them to show us a real life or a live action Gundark just to see. But
Yep. They did have a Gundark in which set did we get the Ravening Gundark in? Was that Legends of the Force?
I don't know. Part of me wants to say Shadows. I don't know. I didn't play it. It was just neutral.
Yeah.
Not that great.
No, maybe like draft fodder. Kind of like, okay, maybe if I don't have anything else, I'll get this Gundark out.
I want to say maybe they showed like a small gun. No. I was thinking a Bad Batch if they showed a little Gundark, but I think it's a different species. There you go, Wookiee on Wookiee violence right there.
Ghastly.
It's getting hairy.
It's getting Harrison Dula is what it is. This is the 5 resource turn. She's ready to come out. Ooh, the droid laser turret. One of the MVPs of the day. No ground saboteurs for Joey yet, although that could certainly change as time goes on.
Yeah, I'm sure he will bring that out. Joey has a lot of them, as we can see in the space with that Rebel blockade runner.
Yep.
Great card.
Yep. Probably going to swing with the X-Wing first, I would imagine. Thank you, Princess Zuzu. Confirming Ravening Gundark is from Legends. Okay, cool. I drafted a bunch of Legends of the Force, but
Oh, sorry, I got to use the Star Wars quote. Well, excuse me, Princess.
Well, excuse me. Wait, I thought that was, yeah. I think it's also from like, the Nintendo Super Show or something.
It is, yeah. Either way, it's also been a long day, so 2 long days. So
yes,
I just
certainly.
I do appreciate being informed it was Legends.
No, Chad has been on it, especially towards the later part of the day. The axe forgets. Oh man, that's such a good answer to that card coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And dropping another high damage, low health unit. So yeah, Hera's really going to be struggling here. Carson's earned the 6 and 1 for sure.
Oh yeah,
like another strong showing here. But this Chewbacca deck, oh man, like we're not giving Joey the chance to get to late game here or keep any of his saboteurs on the board. I mean, we're sitting at what 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
12 damage.
That's lethal there, Coach.
I mean, pretty much. And no surprise, both of these players really great, but Carson just being someone who's come to this game in the past year, prepping to go to Galactics, climbing his way to the top of so many PQs around the area, traveling across the country. This young player is, I'm going to say it now. He's definitely going to be in the top 50 at Galactics.
Nice.
Easily top 50 in Galactics.
I look forward to seeing that name rising in the rankings as I'm just there hanging out playing Twin Suns and just being like, do, I'm so cool.
That's how I feel too. I just need to get Carson over to one of our Twin Suns games and be like, all right, now show us what you can do with 80 cards.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a fun time.
I really do want. This is interesting. So you have to get rid of that X-Wing there because for sure Carson would swing with that first. And then, God, the festivities!
And you're not gonna have as many resources as your opponent. Not with Chewbacca.
Yep, man, I love that card so much. And also, it's like my favorite giant slug spinning on something. Like you can't go wrong.
There it is. Both games go to Carson. What
Nice.
a semifinal match!
Wow, that was over in like 10 minutes.
Give or take a couple of minutes. I'm a little slow to that button there, but yeah, that was great. That was, and this is the kind of level I do expect from these two players. Like Joey does have a great record. People who follow Holotable Games Network know how creative he is. At Galactics last year, he did the first big open, so essentially like the day 3 event, and I think he made like 13th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, though he's definitely a great player, but Carson's also a great player, and when you put 2 players against each other, one's gonna win and one's gonna lose. That's just how the stars war around here.
Yeah, that's why I tune in for that kind of thing. So this is great because if people who were watching us yesterday or have watched the Planetary Qualifier premiere, we saw semifinal matches just go on for hour and a half. If
Yeah,
not
that
longer.
that Dedra Colossus versus Dryden Blue Force was it was quite an epic journey. I felt like I was watching the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy there for a bit.
Yeah. Well, as I always say, there's only one return, and it's of the Jedi.
Yep, that's what we like here with our Star Wars. We Jedi's can return, Kings not so much.
Not so much. Yeah, so this is a stark contrast to that, and I think that's I was saying this earlier. I do feel like this is very this happens a lot in these different formats of premiere usually, and especially if you go watch other Planetary Qualifiers we've covered. Those matches will go to time or go pretty lengthy,
Mhm.
especially because Star Wars has had a really good mid-range control meta for since it's come out. But these limited matches,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
this set, like it is built to move fast.
Easy breezy. My takeout food's still gonna be warm when I get home.
That'd be great.
Yeah, right. A lot of shout outs in the chat here to Carson right here. So, I'm just saying it right here on the video in case people can't see the chat afterwards. Carson, chat loves you right now. You're being supported and loved. Definitely shout outs for your performance today and for being able to kick butts after grinding it out yesterday for
Yeah.
a super long time. Like you don't really think about this when you get into these kinds of games, that it requires not only mental aptitude but physical fortitude, like actually getting through 10, 11, 12 hours of
Yeah.
playing with very few breaks and honestly probably not very nutritious food.
No, yeah, and especially yesterday, right? You travel up to Seattle. For people who don't know, that's about a 3-hour drive for Carson because we did it, and and so you travel up there. You get there for an event that starts around 9. So long day for him. Gets back here closer to like 11 or midnight his time. Has to be back up here the next day for a check-in at 9 a.m. and it is 8:30. So yeah, these are the kind of events that push you, and the player. This is what you need. This is like the strengthening and conditioning you need to prepare for Galactics, where it's 2 days and it's like 13 rounds
Yep,
of day one.
It's so much. Like I think I did maybe 4 or 5 rounds when I played the Galactic Open last year, just
Yeah.
for S's and G's. And at that point, I was like, nah, I can't do anymore. This is way too much for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely got to give credit to these players that have the endurance to play these. To I don't want to sound like too much of like a sportscaster, but they're demonstrating this excellence here.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it takes a lot, honestly.
Well, and I think it shows, the kind of effort that people put into this game, that one, they're passionate about it, and two, they really want to be good at it. And setting that example of like, this is what it takes. It requires working with a team of people, communicating a lot about your ideas, putting in the practice, putting in the reps. If you want to go further, putting in the travel. That's what it takes. And if you really want to win some of these excellent prizes at Galactics, put in the time, put in the reps. It's great, and there are so many cool prizes at Galactics. The amount of playmats you're going to walk away once you hit once you're in the top 36, it's just it's crazy. So like I think first place will walk away with 8 mats. So
Why? That's so many cool mats. You got to get like one of those like racks like they have for swords, just to have all your mats on there on display.
that'd be pretty great. All right. Well, we're going to go to a quick break. Ginger Joey's going to read his blanked out prize sheet of what he won and see all of his other prizes. You see this great top 4 Chewbacca.
What a handsome guy!
Oh.
I mean, just as a souvenir of his quality time
reminder.
with Chewbacca.
This has been such a great day, and I'm not saying that just because it's going quicker.
Although that doesn't hurt.
It does not hurt.
Yep. But yeah, we've been having fun, hanging out, watching Star Wars, and after this one, we got what, one more?
One more. So stay tuned. We're going to go on a quick break. You can see the room cam, so you can see kind of when people are gathering up. But yeah, we will be back here after the last rounds of the semifinals wrap up, and then we're into the finals, which is going to have Carson versus, could be one of his close buddy and teammate and practice mate, Galen, or someone else that I haven't checked the name for.
Nice. I guess it's not going to be Ben because Ben faced off against Carson earlier.
Yes, it's going to be Galen or Connor. So we'll see. I would love to see two friends battle that out in the end here. I think that'd be a great scene. But either way, stick with us. We're going to go on break. My name's D-Rod of Unlimited Power.
And I've been Metal Marshmallow. See y'all soon.
Welcome back to the Portland Planetary Qualifier. Our players are getting ready. It is me, D-Rod from Unlimited Power, and
it's me, Metal Marshmallow from Jank Tech. I can't believe it, D-Rod. Are we at the last match of the weekend here?
We are. So together, you and I, let's see, they are 8, so 9 matches. We have seen 19 Star Wars Unlimited matches, competitive qualifier matches, in less than 48 hours.
You know, this less than 48 hours has flown by like it was only 2 days.
Certainly has, and I'm happy to be here right now. So we're back, and the players are taking. I think they only get 3 minutes, so they get to look at the not deck list, but the deck pool, as well as the cards chosen for the initial starting list. Did I fix Carson's stuff? I certainly did not. Did you know Carson's playing Chewbacca? Is that it?
I remembered a Wookiee bludgeoning in a previous round. Gosh, that deck that Carson put together did some serious work on stream. That was Chewie just gets the damage on there so fast.
So fast.
Yep. But I was also watching the last game that Connor just played off stream. And this Boba Fett deck has got some good stuff in it too. As the players know, none of this is a secret. They're sharing the list. There is a Lawbringer in the Boba Fett top end that he's saving his epic action for, most likely.
Wow.
So if he can get to that many resources, and of course Boba can hopefully generate some credits, then Carson's got to worry about that. But in the meantime, there's the massive amount of damage that Chewie is going to keep the pressure on base with.
Yeah. This is going to be such a fun match. I can't wait for it to start here in just a few minutes. I just need a message to the judge real quick.
In the meantime, thanks to chat. Shout outs to chat for just being also fun to hang out with and keep us honest on all the different rule calls. And I bet y'all are just as excited to see who ends up taking this as we are. Because it's been a long day getting here, and we're just excited for these players. Like, what does this mean for them and Galactics and all the points that they're accruing? And like we've been talking about before, Carson is working real hard at being in the top 32 players to get that actual trip paid for by FFG.
Yeah. And with that, let's go ahead and hit my favorite button of the day, the final round.
The final round. We are here.
Yep. So Swoo City, Portland, Oregon, Red Castle Games. It is D-Rod from Unlimited Power.
Metal Marshmallow from Jank Tech.
And we have our 2 finalists up here. So Connor S. and Carson C. Carson is no stranger to being in the top PQ, no stranger to finalists. Great player from the state of Oregon. Love to see him up here. And Connor has just done super well. This is my first time watching Connor's match, so I'm excited to see how this goes. It's going to be really aggressive and very fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. And already aggressive unit right out of the gate. The Cavern Angels X-Wing, it hits good, it damages when it dies, and also kind of important against a Boba Fett deck. It's hard to run a bounty hunter into a space unit.
Oh, yeah, totally. And it's a space unit, that you don't really want to hit. So, but Chio Fan is out, and I think that's great. So both players can draw some cards if that damage is going to hit the board.
Yep. And you kind of don't mind Chio too much when someone's playing it on the others. Oh, that was an epic action on turn 1 here.
Yeah.
It says to me, Connor is like, we're probably not going to make it to till 8 resources here.
No, we are going to attack from all sides, that Bith Brute, and then in comes the damage.
Yep, and I think right to put it on on the base here because taking more damage from the X-Wing early kind of hurts, but he's gonna have to answer that space unit sooner or later.
Yeah, that 2 damage will keep pinging, but I have a feeling both of these. Well, I know Carson's deck is very explosive. It's Chewbacca. It comes out on as an epic action at 4 resources, and it hits for 5. And so Boba will follow that up. So I'm sure this is going to be a low resource, heavy hitting game.
Yep, and Chewie has, as we've seen, lots of cheap little guys that hit hard that die easy. So that could potentially turn the tide in Boba's favor if Connor is able to remove some of those with some bounty hunters.
Do you mean this Chewbacca who just deployed?
That is, he's out. He is out Wookieing it up here.
Oh my gosh. So we just go from 4 all the way to 9.
Yep. Although if Connor wants to spend both of his units next phase getting rid of Chewie, that could happen, and he might be able to stabilize afterwards.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to. But Carson's going to obviously keep putting out some smaller units now. He's probably not going to go past these 4 resources. And Connor made a great play, taking the initiative, probably to deal with the units on the board.
Anything to accelerate with Boba Fett and get those credits, because there is some good late game heat in here. Even if we're not getting the Lawbringer, there's still the 5-cost bounty hunter that gets another bounty hunter when you play it, which kind of helps you strategize for later and set up what do we do if we're able to get Chewie off the board.
So 2 questions, or no, one is more of an anecdote. Not even an anecdote. In fact, I'm going to skip it.
Okay.
First question, who's your favorite bounty hunter?
My favorite bounty hunter? Oh, man. I gotta say it's IG-88.
Oh,
I
that's
love.
what I was gonna say.
Well, then we've got both great taste here. I think. Looks like we're definitely going to set up getting rid of Chewie. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Chewie swing here. Oh
no! Well,
a
are you
shield
surprised?
on the Wookiee? Oh, okay. All right. I'm sure Connor does not love to see that. That means we're going to get another 5 damage, and likely Chewie might be able to dirtle for a turn and swing with the inspired or not swing with the inspired recruit. Okay, rip the Wookiee.
Collateral damage.
Collateral damage has been doing serious work. This was a card that I initially poo-pooed, but I've been seeing it getting played here, and I'm like, this seems really cool. Obviously, this card gets played in the Boba Lake Country deck, doesn't it?
Yeah. Kill switch on Shio.
Oh man, this is a really cool back and forth here with these players.
I love it. And now we have a Boba deployed. This is what I'm looking for in Star Wars. Big moves, a lot of action. Both leaders hitting the board early. Just like let's I don't know. Let's have the wars.
Exactly. Like this is just full on pandemonium. So we had Chewie defeat the resource. Where's the damage going? If it goes on Boba Fett, that means you're trading into Chewie if you decide to get rid of him with Boba Fett at this point.
Looks like that's where the damage goes. The judge has corrected that, making it very visible. It is harder to see dice and pips.
Some people may be enjoying this on their mobile devices, so it's always nice to have the extra visible stuff.
All right, you're right. Boba Fett is going to trade. So now both leaders are done.
Yes.
Well, no, I guess that's not true, right? You can always, as an epic action, deploy Chewbacca if you have 4 resources.
Epic is once per game,
once
though.
per game. Yeah. Sorry.
I would love it if you could do it multiple times.
I played this game.
Well, we've been doing a lot more watching than
That's true.
more study than pursuit recently.
I think,
or more pursuit than study. Excuse me. Apparently I need to go watch The Princess Bride again. It's just living rent free in my head. But yeah, I wish Chewie had the same kind of thing as Galen or Trench, where you could get him out multiple times. But unfortunately, you get one chance with the big lug.
both these players drafted really fun, aggressive decks. I'm really surprised how much good stuff. Oh, wow.
That's very cool. That Darth Maul, oh my goodness. In a limited format, getting Standard Maul. Getting Standard Maul on the board, stealing your stuff. So cool. I think in this case, I would love to just maul overwhelming into whatever Carson plays and then stealing the X-Wing, because that X-Wing is going to be a problem for Connor.
Well, now the Chio's still out there, so Carson and Connor are still both drawing cards every time it attacks.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's another interesting thing about that Chio is that puts another clock on this game.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the complete opposite of some of those matches that we saw yesterday in terms of how fast they're playing and how I wouldn't be surprised to see this match close out in like half an hour at the most. But, I'll be happy to be proven wrong and enjoy just a little bit more Star Wars.
We have been surprised about how long matches can go. Bith Brute is out, so a nice Sentinel unit with Saboteur. So Chio and Maul are going to have to fight their way through it. Good thing is Chio's too weak, so it's going to have to be Maul, but Maul has Overwhelm.
Yep. Oh, yeah, overwhelming 3 into base, stealing a unit, and immediately achieving more parity on the ground. And it looks like what's going to happen here.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, you can't say no to the Toydarian. Like, you're getting raid, you're getting restore.
But mind tricks don't work on Toydarians, so I'm confused here.
Well, it's not a Jedi mind trick. It's just, I guess it's not a Sith mind trick. What kind of mind trick is Maul planning over here?
Maybe financial or threatening.
Oh, yeah.
Physical.
Right, yeah. I'm just threatening to beat him up. Oh, poor little guy. I know.
Ooh.
What?
Commence the festivities.
Oh, okay. That puts 3 more on Maul. So,
doesn't finish him, no.
Although Carson can just use Chewie's ability to finish Maul off at this point.
Yes. All right, we see a little bit of healing there, which is great. Connor's going to drop down to 18.
Yep, there we go. There's a dead Maul. At least he got the Toydarian swing in there.
Mm-hmm. And the Toydarian goes back. That's great.
Yep, but it's still going to be in whatever state it was. So, unfortunately, Carson doesn't get any swings with it this turn, but it'll get its time.
Well, definitely in a good spot, though. It's 11 to 18, Carson's favor. He has 3 resources available. He can still swing for 2. And if Chio wants to hit him for 1, that's another card in his hand that may give him another option.
Mm-hmm. And
hey, look, a little buff.
Oh, right, because Chio's a bounty hunter, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Fun thing about Chewie, though, you can use Chewie to ping your own units. So if he needs to finish off the X-Wing to seal the deal in this game, it's always an option there. Yeah, that's super fun. That's a good little last ditch thing if he absolutely needs to get that damage immediately.
Yeah. If you were to ask me today if these were the 2 leaders we were going to see in the finals, these are not the 2 leaders I would have guessed.
I know. You would have thought a single Vel would have survived to the end. I mean, I know that we have the draft part after all the sealed.
All right, we see the bounty hunter team pull up Asajj Ventress. This is the bounty hunter one.
Yep, and just being able to get another card out and then getting Asajj out and then readying another bounty hunter when Asajj comes. So that's a lot of potential damage. If you swing for 5 with the bounty hunter team, you play Asajj, you swing for 5 with the bounty hunter team again. Ooh, we got the B-Wing skirmisher too. Yikes.
Yeah, B-Wing, a 4/4 with a wind plate ability.
Yep, dealing 1 damage to each of up to 2 space units. But those of us that like Chewie and construction also really hate that chip because, man, you play that on turn 1, but they hate that chip. Get rid of the ties. So good.
Nothing to fear has happened.
Yep.
And yeah, you're not afraid of a B-Wing at all.
Mm-hmm. And that's 7 damage coming. So, Connor's not out of this yet. Very close.
Ooh, Bith Brute. So no Saboteur on Connor's side. So yes, the team can swing for a lot, but yep, that's exactly it. You gotta pave the way here. And
get that credit. This might be closer than we were thinking here. So what are we getting here? We're at 22 on Boba Fett. We can likely on Boba Fett we can likely get at least 4 if Chewie blows up the X-Wing. So if Chewie's able to, oh my gosh, commence the festivities with the
Yes.
X-Wing, Chewie can seal this game in just a couple of actions. Or just play a
Ooh.
second X-Wing. I
Yeah.
mean, that'll work.
2 X-Wings?
2 X-Wings. Let's hope there's not a third, because this, we can't be showing triple X-Wing content over here on this channel. That's a quick road to demonetization.
It's after 9. I don't know what we can or can't do at this point. A lot of damage here. So we get the blaster giving the bounty hunter team +2. You still have the +2 from Nothing to Fear. And now Carson is at 21, and it's why Connor has 22. So
Wow, we got lethal down here on Boba Fett. That was an incredible turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
Ooh,
Wow. Oh, man, that droid laser turret.
wow, yeah. What a card that we've been seeing throughout yesterday. A great 3-drop from this set.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So does that buy Chewie enough time?
I mean, right now there's no answer on the board. So, yep. So 2 damage.
Okay, there's lethal right there. Another Sentinel. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. This is very cool.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see as Connor. You're not wanting to see all these Sentinels keeping you from just closing out your first match.
Mm-hmm. But they're all gone, and we've got quite a lot of beef over there. Oh, and the Asajj, enough resources for the Asajj.
Yeah.
Wow, that was cool. I so thought Chewie had it there, but man, what a cool game. Nice.
There's no music, so we carry more.
Yes.
So be quieter.
Yes.
Got it.
I think that one's coming to me here, and specifically, I'm very enthusiastic about this game. We've got great players keeping the energy up back here in the casting room.
The problem, that's the problem, is this game is so exciting.
It is. I think I actually am on the edge of my seat here.
I just need this in my veins. So weird fact, going back to facts about me. Did you know Chewbacca is essentially, the runt of his litter?
I did not know that about poor Chewbacca.
That is essentially it. So he is considered short and scrawny compared to most Wookiees. Because he's only 6 foot. And thanks to way too much Star Wars knowledge when I was a kid, that was the only way I understood meters in games. Was like, oh, it's 2 meters. It's 2 meters. Oh, that's just Chewbacca length. Everything's Chewbacca length. So it's like when you're doing like D&D or other things, and you're like, it's 2 meters here, or a square represents this. Like, okay, so square is Chewbacca.
I think I'd like to think of things in terms of how many Chewbaccas.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I do it. And so anytime someone tells me they're 6 feet, I'm like, oh, you're like Chewbacca height.
Just one Chewbacca. Love it.
All right, here we go. Going into game 2.
Yep. We're seeing in chat talking about the self-ping here. I was hoping to see a self-ping maneuver, but they were able to get the Asajj out and ready everything. Things just got too big to handle, and okay, well, almost had to go and do some debugging there with almost had to go do some debugging with the stream there.
All right. What's going to happen? I don't have the timer going, so I should just keep track. It's 9:11 p.m. That's probably not a great time to start anything, but here we are. I'm not going to forget it.
No, exactly. You make the joke, so I don't have to.
Yeah. It's my channel. I have to take the responsibility for every joke.
With great power comes great responsibility, D-Rod. Zachary Hodge, thank you so much. It's been our pleasure to be streaming these, and thanks for checking the stuff out from as far away as the Midwest. We're glad that what's happening here in the PNW is interesting to people that aren't even here.
Yeah, I love showing off what we're doing at different stores in different states. Great amount of talent, great competitive players, creative players, content creators. It was awesome as we finished up Seattle yesterday. How many people were just kind of like, hey, thanks for streaming so my family could watch. Or my friends were all watching me play. And I've never really had that moment as a player. So I imagine like people stopping us to say that must mean it's like very special. Like it's just one of those things that they can share and say like, look, this is what I do. Really cool. Really, I'm glad we can provide that for people.
Yeah, there's some great moments over this last weekend. This has been so cool. So we've got some stuff developing on the board. We got another turn 1 Chio from Boba Fett. I mean, obviously it worked last time. Got a Sentinel locking up space. And yeah, Quattro, we know it's you, okay?
Wow, right out of the gate.
Okay, Bith Brute. Hopefully, Chewie will get a chance to swing with this time.
Yeah.
Although a target tagger will make quick work of that Bith Brute.
Yeah, 4-3 would be nice to sit with. Carson on the defense end, as we see 2 Sentinels, both high hitting. Yeah, I think it's a great start of what you want. Chio swings, give you a card. Except you're going to see, what is that, collateral damage again? Yep. Collateral damage.
But I mean, it does too, but then that's enough for Chio to finish it off, and that also gets 2 on the base. Oh, I forgot the collateral damage only hits something in the same arena.
Yeah.
So that's why we wouldn't have gotten the X-Wing taken out early on.
And there goes that Bith Brute.
Yep. This is, it's not the worst trade here. It gets Connor a card from the attack.
Yeah.
I mean, Carson a card from the attack, a credit. Like, it's not too bad. And if that Bith Brute was able to swing either of these games, then, well, definitely it would have decided it in Carson's favor that last time because we were so close.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with you. I'll always take a card if I'm going to trade with a unit and I get a card out of it. Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It can feel a lot worse.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here we go. Yeah, get that 2 damage in already before anything else happens. It's 4-2. We'll see. And this is the Chewbacca deployment phase.
Mm-hmm. I think that Connor definitely made the right call in both of these games, using that epic action to get Chio out early. Are we doing it? Oh, we're using the Chewy Ping on Dengar.
Nice.
I think Dengar is an interesting character. Also, we're talking about bounty hunters. I would like to see more Dengar related media out there. Oh, yes. Right. He's did he already have a credit?
Yes.
Okay. Because, right. We were on 4 resources, paid 1, defeated that resource, made a credit, still technically had 4 resources. No, but he wouldn't have been able to deploy Chewie because he didn't have 4 resources. He doesn't need to have 4 resources. We got there in the end. I got there. I worked it out.
I also trust the judge who's been over there
Yeah.
keeping everything in line, that I'm not missing anything, which is great. So I don't need to go out there and interrupt them.
And also this means that Carson's ready for commencing the festivities like immediately.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have 3 damage on that Chewbacca, so I'm sure Connor has an oh, there's this again. I really love this card.
Yes, it's kind of got it all. I think this is a great card in this format. It's got very cool art.
Oh, I love this art.
We love an Ithorian Hammerhead. It's great to see. We had a lot of Hammerhead representation this set. But the option of being able to overpay to get a shield is really good when you need one, like Chewie does in this situation.
Yeah, this was a great pick for Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And there comes the Boba deploy with a stalwart fleet trooper. So we got Sentinel on the ground again.
Yeah, using those credits though. So Chewie is very behind on resources, having defeated so many of them. So I think Carson is full on committing. Like, we just got to go aggro. We got to get rid of all this stuff. We got to prevent Boba from damaging base. And that's working out. I mean, we got 16 on base with what looks like it's going to be probably another Chewie swing.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. At this point, Carson is going to Galactic. She's already secured that. So he's not at a loss here if he just says, just, put pedal to the metal. Just go for it.
Right, it's a saboteur.
Yeah, smart move there. Connor removed Chewbacca, loses his saboteur unit, and now it's just Boba Fett facing these stalwart fleet troopers.
Yep, but the fleet troopers already went 3 to base. What Jersey Mike sauce do you guys get? Chat wants to know.
I mean, is there regional sauces, or is this a just generic question? What we haven't been asked, and you've missed this. This usually gets asked on every PQ stream, but I think there were so many this weekend that we didn't see it. And it usually is: would Keanu Reeves be a good Darth Revan?
Like, I can't get Keanu Reeves as someone that was born in 1982.
Mhm.
I always think of Keanu Reeves as Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah.
And I cannot picture Revan as like a SoCal boy.
He's not that wild.
No.
Can't tame him.
No. He's the... Oh, my gosh. I got to admit, I've never had Jersey Mike's. I'm sorry. I actually worked at like a Subway's and a Jimmy John's like when I was younger. Not, we all go through periods where we make bad decisions.
There's still time to just, lock it in with the sandwich trifecta.
Just add Jersey Mike's to it.
No.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Well, Maul, I almost said Darth Maul. That's a different guy.
Oh, my gosh. Don't you even. I'll kick you out of your own stream.
He's doing some work here, taking out the Carson's units, stealing units. I mean,
Yep. Stealing that space unit is real clutch here. And
there
okay.
it is.
All right. Oh, commencing the festivities, hitting Maul for 3. That's not quite enough, but it sets up the Chewy ping.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going to see swing with the Alkenzi right there.
This is the second time commence festivities was used on that shield Ithorian.
Mhm.
So clearly that Ithorian likes to party.
It really does. Oh my gosh. I mean, like Ithorians have 2 mouths. They can do twice as many keg stands at once.
Sure. I know you haven't seen it, and I don't say that in a derogatory way, but I would encourage you to check out the Clone Wars animated series.
Mhm.
There's an episode where Jedi have to protect Chancellor Palpatine from Grievous, who's assaulting Coruscant, which is essentially the precursor to Episode 3.
Mhm.
And you get to see an Ithorian use its full vocal range to fight off Grievous, and it is so cool. Yeah, it's in season 2, towards the end of season 2. So I would definitely recommend trying to find that for just a great, cool fight scene with an Ithorian Jedi.
Oh, that sounds real neat.
Yeah.
I do like the Ithorian Jedi. I have a special attachment to them in particular because I believe the Riken Jedi deck that I ran in Star Wars Destiny, those were Ithorians. I think in that context.
Yeah, I think I remember them. Yeah,
They had discard symbols on their dice, which being that I was running a mill deck, I was like, oh, you gotta have something that forces discard.
you were a degenerate, is what I heard.
Yes, I was a degenerate. I still show off my degeneracy in different ways with this game by riffle shuffling so frequently.
You can check that out on the channel, Jank Tech.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was playing an unsleeved Twin Suns deck on one of our videos, wasn't I?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. On the most recent video we put out with the precons, you were just like, "No, this is whatever. I'm not sleeving these."
Nope.
All right. Well, Carson has definitely built up a board presence again, keeping the pressure. But Connor has climbed back here.
That collateral damage. Oh my gosh.
The red events,
Or excuse me, that's the attack from all
that's
sides.
attack from all sides.
Yeah.
The red aggression events in this set are just insane.
Yes. They still feel more fair and more interesting than open fire, though.
You think so? I feel
I
like
think
open
so.
fire is boring because it costs. I don't know. It's too direct. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, no, I'm saying that I like these more than
Oh,
open
okay,
fire.
cool.
I think they're an improvement. Like flavor wise, they're an improvement, and I like that it.
What Jersey Mike sauce flavor of improvement are they?
They are the Jersey Mike's flavor of iterative improvement.
Okay. Follower of the code.
I mean, they're Southwestern Chipotle mayonnaise. It's a little bit spicier, but it's still mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise.
So everyone needs to understand when this match gets posted up as an individual match, again, we have watched so many matches within 48 hours. And there we go. Game 2 goes to Carson. So we're going to see game 3. But yeah, we've just been watching a lot of Star Wars. We traveled yesterday from 5 a.m. till about 2:30 a.m. Yeah, so here we are covering the last match. So you are going to get some random things like this, and but also that's who we are and what you'll find across our channels.
Exactly. I'm still averaging out less uses of the word "but" over my course of these casts. I mean, I'm not at a non-zero amount. I am.
That version of you doesn't exist.
Yeah, we're kind of just always in the buts.
Okay. Well, going into game 3. Connor is going to have the initiative. And it's going to be a great time. So,
yeah, Boba Fett having the initiative, I think that's pretty good. As long as you can get a bounty hunter out turn 1 that sets you up to possibly kill whatever Chewie's turn 1 play is and start making those credits and getting Maul out, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, the first game was really great because we saw that Asajj Ventress and just being able to ready an bounty hunter unit and attack, super solid, very strong, and thematic. Madamezola talked about it a lot today. A lot of the cards we see in this set, especially the underworld units, are essentially from like a 3-episode arc in Clone Wars, where Boba Fett, Aurra Sing, Dengar are all doing a train heist essentially. And when I see this Asajj Ventress, who's also in that heist, and Boba, it's so great to see themes within sets. Because that wasn't really the case in a lot of other Star Wars games. Like in Destiny, it was like, oh, cool, like I have this version of Admiral Akbar, but why are half my cards, half the other cards in the set First Order or whatever?
Yeah, no, they were like, we've got this artwork, we're using it. You guys can make it up in your head.
Yeah. And so again, it's just nice of being like, okay, cool. We see this version of the art. That's great. We see this version of the character. Like again, seeing an Asajj Ventress be an underworld bounty hunter thematic, in a Lawless time. Like this is great.
I love how many different traits Asajj has had in her cards. You can see her as an underworld bounty hunter. You can see her as a pilot. You can see her as a Sith. Ooh, that's a great first turn play.
You see her as a Nightsister. You can see her as dead.
Yo. Whoa.
Double inspiring recruit. I feel inspired.
I also feel inspired. I mean, this is the final game of the whole shebang here. Like, this is an inspiring move. Chewie's rallying. Oh my
wow.
God. Oh. They're going to come and tell me to use my inside voice.
But collateral damage.
Wow. Collateral damage. What a play. Board wipe. Everything's gone.
There was 6 damage on that board.
Wow.
Just ready to swing.
Wow. I mean, what do you do other than just bring out Chewie immediately on the following phase?
I mean, that's all you can do. So,
wow. Yeah. Collateral damage. I am, the next time I draft this game, if Red's looking good, I am taking collateral damage. Wow, he's owie.
I think you just take all the red you can when you draft, apparently.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who your leader is. Just take the red.
Oh my God, right. The credits.
All right, we got Bounty Hunter crew searching for the Tracer. So it's going to give a Bounty Hunter a bonus to their attack and allow them to attack when it gets played.
Yep, that's a dead Chewie next round. Unless this happens.
Unless Chewie takes the initiative in killing, or
but
defeating.
That's not good for Carson, because I think getting that 5 damage on base immediately as a Chewie player is what you want, and having to swing into something right away is just you're already behind.
Yeah,
like every turn you're not putting 5 on base. That's like you're not in a good position.
That's true, and we know.
And wow, Chewie attacked from both sides, no damage to base.
Yeah, and we know Connor has enough red events to keep the pressure going to just deal with the units. All right, Boba Flip has occurred.
Yep, and finally damage on base. If we were using the pucks, we probably would have had to turn one of them back on at this point. This is not good for Chewie. Having to claw back from having this much damage on the board, because what is this? This is 8 damage between those 2 bounty hunters next phase.
I actually am surprised Chewbacca has 6 resources.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, okay. 5 now.
Boom. I mean, that's the one you got to get rid of, right? It has 2 health. It hits way too hard. You can find other options still with Boba, and Boba's only hitting for 4.
Mm-hmm. This game, though, Connor has not used. Oh, Boba's hitting for how much?
Yeah, I said 4, but hey, I've been proven wrong many times.
So we haven't seen the turn 1 epic action yet.
No.
So maybe this means Connor's going to be saving that Lawbringer for later.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. You know, you mentioned you saw Connor's last match, so you're familiar a little bit with the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that would be great to see a Lawbringer just kind of close it out. But oh my gosh, the Rebel fleet has arrived.
Wow, look at all these rebels. Lord Thank, yeah, it seems like GG at this point, because Chewie at this point should have like 10 damage from just his leader unit alone.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been well controlled by the Boba player. Although that's 10 damage right there in space.
I mean, imagine if any of his units hit before they died. That would have been 6 from the Inspired Recruits, 5 from Chewbacca, and then 10 sitting right here. Like this is such an aggressive deck. I love it, and more props to Connor for just having the right cards to defend it. Like Connor has spent fewer cards to remove more of Carson's cards.
Oh, speaking of spending cards to remove cards.
Oh, nothing to fear.
Nothing to fear.
And that's why I think Connor's mindset at the moment.
Kill switch. Oh, dude, what a counter. This is awesome.
I was ready to like raise damage.
Yeah. It hurts when you spend all your resources on a card like that, just to have somebody throw up this gauntlet.
And there you go. Tracer hits the defender. They trade.
We still got 6 damage in space.
Yeah.
It's not as much as Chewie would like, but you know, we're setting up for getting rid of Dengar soon.
We discard Axe Forgets, or well, we destroy the resource. Make a credit token, and yes, still 6 more damage sitting up top, so it can be 10 to 14 going to the next turn.
Yep, it's I feel like it's possible, but you know, Dengar is swinging for a lot here.
Yeah. Yes, and Dengar will more than likely swing first. If there's another Tracer, that's rough. What an exciting game. Both players just, again, playing so well, playing throughout the day. They've been here for 12 hours, playing for at least 7 when you count out all the breaks. So, yeah, I mean, they're ready for it. A good thing that they drew that they drafted quick decks.
Yep. And speaking of quick, Dengar better attack quick or get a buff quick. Or else Chewie is, there it is. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, we got the Lawbringer out. I would not feel good as Chewie seeing that right now.
Well, it's not going to attack this phase. And Boba still now only hits for 3.
Yes.
So
playing the Lawbringer did give Carson a chance to kill Dengar, which is nice.
Hey!
Try not to make noise here. What a move. Holy moly. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh. The heals and getting rid of the Lawbringer. I'm sure Connor was just waiting to play Lawbringer. Like, okay, this is going to turn around. And now we're kind of evenly matched with Boba, Kill Switch Boba, and the
Blade Wing.
The Blade Wing, the B-Wing.
B-Wing, yeah. So 14-14, well, great. And it's so fun to see it. You know, part of me still thinks like there's probably like 3 more of those, but that's just because we watched so much Premiere PQ yesterday. All right.
Well, we got judges eyeing everyone over here, so oh man.
When played can exhaust a unit.
Brutal. Yeah, it's like you can exhaust anything. It's just you don't get the bonus discard.
Right.
Johnny Bobu, it's been a long day. We can all be forgiven for forgetting a debuff here and there. Canyon frontrunner, Madamezola MVP right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's some great debuffing that you want to see, but I don't think Carson's going to be swinging first.
I wonder, is Carson going to take the extra turn to get rid of the droid? Is it worth it? Oh, getting the initiative. Okay, cool.
I think so.
Oh no. Oh no. We got the Sun Tool Berserkers 8-5 overwhelm. That is what a chonkus unit. This is such great top end.
Super strong.
Yeah, man, the top end in Connor's deck just keeps on coming. Like I thought he was done after the Lawbringer, but the Sun Tool Berserkers is also like, that's pretty scary.
It's definitely up there at the top, most like brutal looking Rhodians I've ever seen.
I know. Usually we're just used to these little weenies that may or may not shoot first. This guy shoots first for sure.
Want to shout out my favorite Rhodian from a Star Wars role-playing session I was in college, where someone decided to name their character Mark Wendar because they liked Dash Rendar.
That's real funny.
So imagine a Rhodian that looked like that named Mark Wendar.
Mark Rendar. This move that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Also, that commenced the festivities into trading with the Sun Tool Berserker and debuffing the droid.
It's always commenced festivities.
Oh yeah, the festivities have just been going like we've been partying for 2 days here, D-Rod.
Well, a lawless time is a lawless party.
Oh my gosh, this is a wild game. It's like this is a very cool final game here.
Yeah, I mean it's game 3. These two players are keeping it pretty close to one another as far as life. Like this is a nail biter.
Again, denying Chewie that much damage early on was critical here for Connor to even get this far. And it seems like every round he's been threatening lethal, and Carson has been able to deal with it. Oh, right. We get the damage on base from the partisans. Oh man. Oh, this is cool. I'm like, okay, so what do we have? We've got 3 damage from Boba, 2 damage from the partisans. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough to close it out. And Chewie can still shoot the partisans.
Yeah, Carson's trying to make that decision. Is it worth trying to play whatever it's in his hand and then see what else Connor puts out?
Yep. Lord Thank, I agree that hitting that unit would have maybe oh my gosh, no. Terramin Barcona. Wow, dude. For 7, right? Because
yeah, yep.
I don't know if Chewie could have dealt with that bounty hunter team had Carson let it live. This is wild, dude. The units that Connor has been playing here to continue to try to get lethal on Chewie.
Oh right, yeah,
is so cool.
You were watching the match before this, where Connor was playing one of Carson's closest friends and teammates and practice buddies, Galen. Did that match go long? Like, was or was Galen playing a little bit more control?
I think he just kind of ran out of steam with Vel, unfortunately. Oh, and there we have it.
That was it.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
A little many answers after taking away that final credit.
Yeah.
What
wow.
a great match. Yeah.
Yeah, that back and forth in the final game, so cool. Like each of them countering what the other person is doing, and just, yeah, that was awesome. This is why these two made it all the way to the top here, you know?
Yeah. Well, Metal Marshmallow, thank you so much for 2 full days of coverage throughout different events in different states, different game types. We saw Constructed, we saw Draft, we saw Sealed. What a great time.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the players. Shout out to the stores, Red Castle, Zulu Games, Madamezola, Holotable Games Network, local limited expert Dave Clark, and again, like all the players and viewers, especially those here in the Pacific Northwest, that really make Star Wars as a game, as a community, as makes these events worth coming out to, and such a fun time.
Yeah, it's been a really cool weekend. This has been super awesome. So thank you all so much for making us feel welcome and playing such great games of Star Wars. And even after doing this for the last 48 hours, I'm still just after duck in my bed. Like, what am I like? Just making me want to even play it. Just watching all this awesome play. So thanks a lot for all the excellent times. Thanks for having me on, D-Rod. This has been
course.
awesome.
I've had so much fun. Check out our channels. Check out our next video. It comes out tomorrow. Another collaborative video where we take the recent pre-con Twin Suns decks and we play with upgraded versions of them.
Oh,
That's
these
a fun
ones,
time.
yeah, these were so fun. Definitely check those out because those new cards are real fun and interactive.
Oh yeah, there's some exciting things and some exciting moments with 4 players. So check that out. That'll be out tomorrow, and you can catch more of these games. And we'll be doing this again next week at the Guardian Games Planetary Qualifier here in Portland, Oregon on Saturday. So if you want to hang out with us for 10 hours, that's where you can find us next week. So again, thanks everyone for watching. We're tired, gonna go to bed. Probably still gonna be brewing some Star Wars. But yeah. Thanks, everyone, and may the Force be with you.